What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Faith-Based Outdoors. Today, I want to talk about the different turkey calls that I take with me when I go turkey hunting. The funny part about this video is I pretty much just filmed it 5 seconds ago, but I forgot to click record. So we're going to try this again. So whenever I'm turkey hunting, I really like to travel light. I do not like to take a bunch of stuff with me. I like to be able to be mobile when I need to, so I never take more than 3 calls. Every year, I always have 2 of those calls that stay the same. I have a 4-hole Heart of Dixie Slate call that never changes. I do not use any other Slate calls besides the Heart of Dixie. I don't know if you can get these in stores. I don't believe they're being made anymore. You can probably look them up online. Someone's probably selling them, but I have never seen one in a store. This is my 100% go-to though. My dad and I have used these at least my entire life. We've had just tremendous luck with them. I love using them. I think they sound amazing. The stick that I'm using is just a basic wooden redhead stick that we burnt the end of it a little bit. But yeah, this call sounds absolutely amazing. I would highly recommend it. If you can get your hands on one, 100% go get you one. So that call always stays the same. I always have that call with me. The second call that I always have with me is a mouth call that is called the Primos True Double. So it is a mouth call that only has 2 reeds, which is kind of different than all the other mouth calls that you see on the market today. I like having only 2 reeds because they don't get stuck together unless you leave it in your truck and it melts together. This call specifically really has that loud, raspy, old hen, like old boss hen sound to it. I've had a lot of cool hunts with this mouth call. A lot of the times, if there is a boss hen in the area and I start calling with this thing, she starts going crazy and yelping really loud and trying to cut me off. And then most of the time, I just kind of call back and forth with her and feed off of her, and it brings her in. And then obviously, if she's with a gobbler, she ends up bringing him in. And I've killed a lot of birds with this mouth call. A specific hunt comes to mind on youth weekend a couple years ago. I was hunting with a family friend, and we were trying to get him a bird. I was using a different mouth call. I was calling all morning. I wasn't really getting the birds to answer me. I threw this call in about 9 o'clock. A bird absolutely hammered about 120 yards out and came on a dead full speed run to us, and we ended up closing the deal. So I really like this mouth call, and once again would highly recommend it to people to use. At my Bass Pro that I shop at specifically, they don't carry a Primos True Double, so we have to order ours offline. But I think they do carry it in other Bass Pros. So it's called a Primos True Double mouth call. Once again, highly recommend it. So that Heart of Dixie Slate call and the Primos True Double mouth call are always staples. I never change those 2. I never not take those to the woods with me when I'm turkey hunting. If I bring a third call with me, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, it's usually just a fun experimental call. This year, it is a WoodHaven New Energy Scott Ellis signature mouth call. So for some reason, I just like to experiment sometimes and pick up a new call if I see one, if I have a Bass Pro gift card, which is exactly what happened this year. I had a $25 gift card, so I decided to pick this call up. It is a triple reed one with like an off-centered V-cut. I'm not a huge fan of triple reed mouth calls just because I think the reeds get stuck together a lot. So sometimes it sounds a little squeaky when you first put it in. You kind of got to let your saliva work through it and separate those reeds. But this one, I put it in as soon as I got home. It sounded pretty good. These triple reed ones, I like to call softly with them, kind of like a limb yelp, like when a hen is still on the roost and she's just doing that soft yelp as she's waking up. I like to use these types of calls, so this is going to be my experimental call this year. The reason that I got this one specifically is that I recognize the name Scott Ellis. I used to watch a lot of turkey hunting or turkey calling videos, like with Michael Waddell and Scott Ellis, and recognize his name, so I thought it'd be a cool one to pick up. And then obviously WoodHaven Custom Calls, I recognize that as a good company that a lot of people that I watch use. So yeah, I just thought it would be a cool one to pick up this year and see if we can get it done. So this year, I'm going to be trying to get my wife one opening weekend. So I'll be using a combination of these 3 calls all year long, so you will hear them. I know I've gotten some pushback in the past in turkey hunting videos about my calling not sounding the best. I would rather my calling not sound good to people and kill birds than the other way around. So I know when you watch Michael Waddell and all of these great callers use their turkey calls, they sound amazing to us. But I've heard stories, and I know some people that are 100% great callers. They sound like a real hen, but they don't kill birds. I may not sound the best, but my hunts in the past have been very successful. So these are the 3 calls that I'm working with this year. Drop your calls down in the comments below. Let me know what you're using this turkey season, and stay tuned for some more hunting videos. So that's it.